The scruffy terrier mix, her ribs showing through matted fur, paced frantically in the midday sun. Her whimpers had escalated to desperate, high-pitched yelps as she nudged a tiny, shivering puppy with her nose. The puppy, barely bigger than my hand, lay listless, its tiny body barely moving. The mother dog, eyes wide with a fear I understood all too well, desperately tried to draw attention to them, darting into the flow of indifferent pedestrians. People hurried past, their faces averted, their eyes fixed on their phones. A few glanced at the pathetic scene, then shrugged and continued on their way. My own heart clenched. Their appearance, matted fur, fleas clearly visible, was enough to turn people away. They were an inconvenience, a blemish on the otherwise pristine streets of our city. 2 hours bled into a blur of frantic pacing and hopeless whines. The mother dog, exhausted, collapsed beside her puppy, her panting breaths ragged. Just as I was about to intervene, my own anxieties about my ability to help battling with the growing urgency, a kind-faced woman stopped. She knelt, her eyes softening as she assessed the pair. Within minutes, a caring hand had scooped up the puppy, and the mother was gently coaxed into a carrier. At the vet, the puppy's condition was dire. The examination revealed a shocking number of ticks embedded in her ears and between her tiny toes, evidence of prolonged neglect. The vet administered intravenous fluids, her tiny body slowly regaining its strength. When she finally woke, the first thing she did was look for her mother. But the mother was in a separate room, undergoing her own examinations. Her worried whimpers were heartbreaking. The mother, once the tests were completed, was brought into a small room. Her eyes darted around, searching. "Is the puppy safe?" she seemed to ask, her gaze filled with a raw, primal fear. I reassured her, showing her the puppy, now resting peacefully. Relief flooded her weary face. Over the next few days, progress was slow but steady. The puppy, miraculously, began to eat ravenously, a sign that she was finally overcoming her ordeal. The mother, though initially subdued, began to relax, the tension slowly leaving her body. The reunion, 5 days later, was something I will never forget. The moment the mother saw her puppy, a joyful, almost unbearable wail erupted from her. It wasn't just a bark, it was a torrent of pent-up emotion, a release of fear and worry, finally replaced by overwhelming joy. They were tears of happiness, a testament to the unshakable bond between mother and child. They left the vet's office together, two small, weary figures, but whole again. I later learned they were adopted into a loving home, a deserving ending to a story that had started with such desperate pleas for help, ignored by so many.